Hey folks, I have a tons of small updates. They probably don't deserve an individual video, so I decided to bundle them up. In this video, I'll be talking about my recent marketing campaigns, my traction with Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. I'm also gonna talk about my studio improvements. I made a sound treatment here, and some other updates are going on in my life. So let's jump into it. So the first news is pretty exciting. I got over 5,000 streams for my latest release, Track and Dick. The traffic is slowing down right now because I mainly drove the streams through Submithub campaign and obviously playlist rotating day tracks. I started this campaign roughly months ago, so obviously they went out of most of the playlists, and currently the traffic is much slower than before, but I think it's still a major milestone. I'm going to show you my Submithub campaign here. So as you can see, my approve rate is 55%. If you remember my previous videos, my approve rate was, for the first release, was something like below 20, then up to 30, and now we're 55. I think it's a good projection. So that means actually two things. One is that I know the playlist that likely to accept my tracks, and I also got probably better tracks now. I think the first one was, well, okay. The second one was much better. The third one, I think the production quality went up quite a bit. Yeah, let's see what's coming. Right up next, my own playlist. So if I go to my playlist section in Spotify Artists and I scroll down to listener profiles, you can see here 25 streams and 21 listener came from this playlist, Sand and Serenity. This is my own playlist, and I've been running a campaign on Instagram Reels and Stories, I think. So, and I got pretty good traction there, so let me show you how it works. If you go to Facebook, Ads Manager, right, here's my campaign, Sand and Serenity Spotify playlist. I set my daily budget to €5, and my cost per result is pretty low actually. I mean, you would say, well, it's madness to pay 16 cents per someone like clicking on Instagram Reels and going and joining Spotify playlist was also questionable conversion. But actually I got pretty good results, and I think it's worth the effort because there are two things. One is that those people really stick around. So I made this playlist and I stopped the campaign for a couple days just to see how the playlist itself is going to perform. And I've been getting like a good 10, 15 streams per day from a playlist that had only 200 saves. I think it's a pretty good result. So if I'm getting to 1,000, well, it could be around 100 streams per day with this. Plus, I will be like keep investing, and it's probably worth the money, is because I don't have that many tracks out there. You know, if someone comes to playlist, they don't like a song, they click next, and then at least there is another song in the same genre. They might like it and might still stick around. But if they come to your artist page and there is only one track or maybe two tracks, they click one, they don't like it, they click next, and they leave, right? They're not going to follow it, right? So the chance that they will really like, I think your page is much lower than the list. I tried to run like a campaign with Tondan that was actually doing exactly this, and it was really low conversion. I was barely getting any followers. I don't even want to mention like Tondan campaign because just waste of money and time. I don't really want to bother this. So that's my second update on the campaign. If you want me to record a video how to set up a campaign, I think there is a tons of videos on the internet already. I just wanted to share my experience. But if you really want to see how exactly I did that, yeah, happy to share. One other bit was that I made for the campaign itself. I made a landing page. Let me show you. It's very basic. So this is my artist page that I made. It's a static file generated of a static website generator, and I think I made a sub page for Sand and Serenity. It has already all the meta pixels and Google tag embedded, so you don't really need to do much. just a bunch of links to my Spotify playlist, and it works really well. It performs really well because, yeah, it's blazing fast. It's a static website. What could be faster than that? Yeah, if you want me, just drop me a message. I will share you the code of this website with you if you want to use that. All right, moving on. I want to share some insights into my Reels, TikToks, and Shorts. So let's get started with Reels. I think I started this, quite some time ago when I released my first video of the Mr. November cover that I did, even last year, I think. And I think it got, 1,000 views. I said, well, it's probably there is something. Maybe I should explore this. And I was like experimenting with different content. And there are not many major learnings, though. I think on average I'm like around 500 views, but there are some videos that people like a little bit more and people like a little bit less. Also depends on when you post them and what's your audience. I think the biggest one I got, this was more like a funny joke video when I was like trying to explain that it's really hard to make money by making music. I think it got a lot of likes and a lot of comments also on other medias. On the other hand, for instance, the same very video on TikTok just got nothing really, 200 views. So the audiences are very different on different channels. And then the other thing I was trying to do is to run a couple of duets and music related content. So I made this duo/trio on TikTok. I actually got a comment from one of those creators. They really liked the video, but it didn't give any boost because of that. But it got like quite some engagement, so people really like the content itself. But otherwise, yeah, it was not very successful. I think I'm just gonna keep doing it because I just like creating small content, bits of content. Sometimes it's a joke, sometimes it's just a news update, sometimes it's the content that I would never post on YouTube or anywhere else like this one. So, for instance, a week ago I went to a nice party in Berlin that was hosted in the last car of a train that goes like around Berlin. Yeah, we occupied the last car and DJ was playing. I think I joined the session with electro swing, one of the genres that I really like as well. And we had a really good time on the board until security came in and like didn't stop the party. But that was the time for me to leave already. I think it was a good 1 hour in, and then the crowd just went to another location and continued partying there throughout the night. That was amazing, and seems like people like this idea too. I got a lot of views on both the platforms. I'm just gonna keep doing that. All right, moving on. I want to talk a little bit about my studio treatment, and for that, I'd like to show you something. Last year, when I started building my studio, that was the frequency response that I measured with the same speakers that I have right now, but zero treatments or whatsoever. As you can see, I had like a really big spikes in the bass area, and just overall, I think if you look for the rest of the graph, it was like plus minus like 4 dBs, which is pretty bad. So I've been thinking, what can I do? And then I decided to invest a little bit of money into sound treatment. I got the panels on my back. Behind this canvas, there is actually another big squared panel that also sound absorption. And then I invested into a few more. So a couple more I built myself. There made a cloud out of them, and I put like another 4 that were, not factory made, but like there was a dude on the local classified website that made panels as a business or side job, whatever. He got me 4 panels and I installed them, and I think the difference is like just day and night. I want to show you, but before that, let me show you also this graph, the waterfall graph. So as you can see, I had a lot of tails. On this axle, you see how long it takes for a wave to stop vibrating. I don't have a better terms. So for instance, it takes somewhere like for 400 to 500 milliseconds for the mid-range, and then for the bass it was taking whatever time. As you can see, it's pretty it's pretty bad. You cannot really work with this because instead of hearing what you're actually supposed to hear from your monitors, you're actually hearing the room itself. It just vibrates all the time and creates a lot of mud. So after I installed those panels, this is what I got. As you can see, I still have some bits that are not very linear, and I still have like a big spikes in the sub bass range. So this one is 44 hertz, and then the other one around 60. It's actually very interesting because what I learned, I was like just running, calculated the length of those waves and transform into meters. And I measured, it turns out that this is the wave that goes from this wall, the outside wall of the room, all the way through the living room into the bathroom until the next big concrete wall. So it's 7 or 8 meters or whatever. It's actually pretty long, and I don't think there is a solution to this. I probably will install one bass trap in the corner, and then I also want to put like a sound insulation underneath the door, so just kind of cut it off. Let's see, it's gonna help. That's probably the last thing I want to do. But the biggest improvement I see is like in the normal range. As you can see, the graph is pretty linear, and the biggest improvements I've seen was around the waterfall. If I scroll up to, all right, there we go. As you can see, for most of the range, we always, like, I don't know, up to 80 hertz, right? We always below 200 milliseconds, which is still quite a bit, but the mid-range is also actually much better. So in some areas, you can see around like 1.5 kilohertz. I'm still like around 150, but like everything else is really below 100 milliseconds, which is not ideal, but it's much better than it was. And I think I can hear many details of my mix better. Let's see if that's going to improve my mixes. I will keep you updated on this one. The next update I want to talk about is the band I'm playing with called Fuente Pública. It's a bunch of folks. We play instrumental music. I play the clarinet, melodica, and the saxophone there. And we had a couple changes recently. So the 2 percussionist players left the band. Then we found the 2 new ones. And then we also got now John, who is the bass player, also leaving the band. So yeah, we have a little bit of reshuffling there. So again, we're not able to make any concerts during the summer. I think we already midsummer, and we're just starting off with like learning all the songs. We hopefully will have a concert in the fall. And on the other hand, we have some positive news as well. We started recording an album. I think it was even pre-COVID. And actually now we have the first a couple songs released already on the YouTube channel. So if you go to our page there, and I'll also link it up in the info card, there are 4 tracks that are released. The Baraco and Danza de Ecuadores are pretty old ones, and we also have Caravan, which is a new one. I'm playing a really nice solo there, so go check it out. The full album is still in work, and I hope that those tracks will make it to Spotify and all other platforms very soon as well. It's a small update there. Yeah, really like the band, really like playing with them. Hope we'll continue. I want to talk about my Kaiber videos. So as you know, I've been recently into making music videos with animations using like AI. I started with Stable Diffusion that was running on my own computer, and then discovered this platform called Kaiber. I really like the platform. I think it makes everything very easy for creators. And I made a couple videos myself. And then I was also joining the Discord server of Kaiber, and there were many people asking pretty much the same questions. So I also recorded a short video about my experience working with it. And I think it's getting pretty good response from people. So yeah, check it out. It's a very short video. I gave there like 10 really nice suggestions of what you can do to improve your videos with like using Kaiber. Yeah, go check it out. People really like it, and it also drives subscribers quite a bit. So a bunch of people joined my channel. So hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. And yeah, let me know if I should do more many of these. I think I have a couple of other techniques that I can just dive in a little bit more, or maybe you want to have some more content, just let me know. I also have some not so great news that are happening on the back, so you cannot really see what's going on there, but it's actually my main job. So I work as VP of engineering in one of the startups here in Berlin, and we've been through a quite painful process of layoffs and reorganization. So I was heads down to helping the team to get through this transition, help all the people to find the new jobs, etc. And it was really hard emotionally. So yeah, I think I was, grieving for quite some days, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, even though I've been through layoffs in the past, but every company is a very different experience. Also, for the first time for me in Germany, this happens. But I feel I'm recovering now, and I also very much looking forward to go on vacations. I'm actually leaving today. We going to Potsdam for a couple days just to relax, chill down a little bit, and then we will decide where we want to go next. We probably want to go up north, maybe Denmark, Sweden. Let's see. Maybe just loop around Germany. I don't know. We want to just cool down a bit, relax. Not sure if I'll be producing any more content during this time. If you're not going to be hearing any news from me in the next couple of weeks, it's fine. I'm on vacations. Otherwise, yeah, I wish you also maybe to take some rest during the summer. And we're right in the middle, 15th of July. I wish you a fantastic summer ahead. And see you in the next one. Ciao.